What's good? What's good? It's the one and only, but what do I know boxing? Back at y'all, man, going on my nice little Sunday walk. So, everybody that's watching this, and we all saw what happened. Shout out to Subastian Fundora on winning his fight against Carlos Ocampos. I think his name's Carlos. I just know Ocampos. So I'm not gonna, we all know what he won to fight, but I'm gonna tell you what I think Subastian Fundora needs to work on. He has a lot to improve on, man. He has been looking somewhat impressive. He's been looking somewhat impressive his last few performances, but this performance, I saw something that I've kind of been seeing, but it definitely showed a lot with Ocampo. First and foremost, Ocampo showed tons of heart. I know at one point the referee was talking about stopping the fight. I didn't agree with that because he was fatigued. He wasn't just getting battered or anything like that, and he was still in the fight, bro. You gotta. That's come on, bro. Like, where's the heart? If you're gonna stop fights like that, then it's like, bro, boxing. You're gonna take out the heart in boxing. Like, ain't gonna be no point of showing any heart. Well, I mean, not saying like, it's just like, bro, he at least has a chance to show his heart. Like, don't take that away from him. You know what I'm saying? Like, the dude was in the fight, but whatever. Subastian Fundora, what I noticed is that he has issues with fighting at a distance. And when I say that, meaning that, like, I know when he was trying to keep the fight at a distance, at a certain distance, whenever Ocampos would come in, Subastian Fundora would drop his hands, and he was there to be hit by that overhand right or that hook. Like, because he would drop his hands whenever Ocampos would close the distance, and that lets me know that Subastian Fundora is not good at closing the distance. He's not good. He's having a little range trouble, which could possibly be why he likes to fight on the inside. Because the thing is, from round 1 to round 3. Ocampos was in that fight. Well, he was in the fight the whole fight. I mean, he was in the fight, don't get me wrong, but the fight, Ocampos, you could argue that he might have won some of them earlier rounds, especially that first round. Because again, when Ocampos would cut the distance in half, or when he'll cut the distance, Subastian almost didn't even know what to do. Subastian would drop his guard, and he was just there to be hit with the overhand right. He does not want to do that in a fight with Charlo. I mean, let's be honest with you. I know a lot of you guys don't like Charlo. I'm first and foremost Lions only all day. Jermell Charlo is one of my favorite fighters of today's time. I know a lot of y'all don't like, but as much as y'all hate to hear this, because he will be, Charlo's gonna get past Tim Tszyu. We're gonna dust him, but he does not want to do that against a guy like Jermell Charlo, who is known for throwing vicious hooks. Okay. So he definitely has to work on that, controlling his distance a little better, because again, and overall his defense in general. Like I said, like when Ocampos would come in and cut the distance, Subastian almost didn't really know what to do, which was allowing him to get caught. Now, by the 4th round, it's kind of funny because if you're a huge Subastian Fundora fan, by the 4th round, you were kind of a little bit more able to relax, because it's like, okay, now he's fighting his fight, and it's just obvious that this is the type of fight that we're gonna get from Subastian Fundora. Subastian Fundora does not really like to fight on the outside that much, but he doesn't really know how to use his size, and I definitely see him having issues against someone that can control distance and that can maneuver on the inside. Because even on the inside, where Subastian Fundora is pretty good at, he still has issues with his defense. He has to work on keeping his punches tighter. But the one thing I do love about Subastian Fundora, Ocampos was very wide with his punches, and Subastian was able to beat Ocampos to the punch with throwing short punches, and that's how you're supposed to fight on the inside, making your punches a lot more short. Ocampos was very wide with his hooks. A part of that could have been him being fatigued. And you guys got to bear with me because I'm just going off of memory. The fight was last night. But he was going off of fatigue, so his hooks were more wide, and Subastian Fundora was able to keep his punches more short and crisp on the inside, and that's something I do appreciate from Subastian Fundora, because that's what it takes to have a good inside game, keeping your punches more short. However, what I don't like, and excuse the cars in the background, guys, I'm going on my walk. However, what I don't like is I don't like how Subastian Fundora was allowing Ocampos to lean on him the way he was leaning. I want to even say, I don't know if it was Abner Maris or maybe Al Burstein, but one of them was saying that, you know, Ocampos, they would like to see the uppercut coming from Subastian Fundora. So his punch selection, because when you have a guy leaning, not only was he leaning, but he was squared and he was leaning. Now I understand why Ocampos did that, for y'all that don't know, because Ocampos was basically, like, if you saw Ocampos, he was square, but he was kind of leaning on Subastian Fundora, but because basically, for one, he was fatigued. And so if he was fatigued, when you're fatigued, you know, you're trying to do everything you can to make things less, less on your legs and everything like that. However, with him leaning, that's again, Subastian Fundora having issues creating distance for himself. He could have created distance. That uppercut was there. That uppercut and that three, that's what you know, the uppercut three, and then you spin off, and then you're ready. You're ready for combat. You know. I would have loved to see that more from Subastian, creating those openings. That's one thing I love about Errol Spence on the inside. Errol Spence is so great at creating openings, and his punch selections are very beautiful on the inside. I would like to see, if you're gonna fight on the inside, I would like to see better punch selections, and I would also like for you to be able to create those openings for yourself. I mean, because that uppercut, I just feel like, man, he possibly could have got the stoppage with that uppercut. However, you know, he got the victory. That's most important. Let's see here. Is there anything else? Again, you guys got to bear with me. I'm just going off of the dome. Probably should have watched the fight before I did this video, but we're gonna roll with the punches. You know, speaking of rolling with the punches, I would like for Subastian to work on that as well. Again, he's really there to be hit by the overhand right, and I mean, if you're hoping for him to beat a Jermell Charlo, then you better hope that he defends himself a lot better than what he has been doing. Yes, he stopped Erickson Lubin, but Erickson Lubin is chinny. But Erickson Lubin also dropped him. I don't think that Subastian beats Jermell Charlo. He has a lot of stuff that he's gonna have to work on, but and he's good. Don't get me wrong, he's good, but he's just, I think it's things that he lacks, and obviously fundamentally, but you know, he's there for the improvement. I like Subastian Fundora, I really do. He is a very, very good-hearted person. You know, I definitely, besides Jermell Charlo, as long as he's not fighting Jermell Charlo, I'll be rooting for him. But anyways, let me know what you think about Subastian Fundora. What do you like to see next? Do you think he can beat Charlo? Like, comment, subscribe. But what do I know?